Hi family, it's Marlika with another episode of Essence Check, a series where I try and review wines for the first time based off the scope, the way they look, the smell, and the sip, helping you find out what you like in your wines. I hope you guys miss me as much as I missed you. So let's get to the heart of it. Today, I'm going to be trying Albino Armani's Pinot Grigio delle Venezie. So for those that don't know, this wine is made from 100% Pinot Grigio grapes, or Pinot Gris if you're coming from anywhere outside of Italy. It is from the Delle Venezie DOC, which is in northeast Italy. It is known to have notes of lemon, other citrus, peach, honeydew, apple, and pear. Dry styles to crisp, fruity, or minerally. We'll get into all of that later when we try the wine. On the bottle, on the top of the rim, it says DOC. This is just one of their quality control standards that they practice in European countries, such as Italy and France, making sure that the wine, when it was produced, is following all their guidelines for safety and quality. Albino Armani Pinot Grigio della Venezia is a certified sustainable quality wine. So she's doing good for the planet as well. On the back, it reads, it is a white wine produced in 2019, meaning all our grapes are harvested when? You guessed it, 2019. Again, certified sustainable quality, and then its alcohol by volume is 12.5%. She's got a little body to her. Body, yada, yada. So let's open her up. So with Pinot Grigios, a lot of times you might see them in stores, and in the same section, you'll see something that says Pinot Gris. What's that? Essentially the same wine, just made out of Italy. Italy, that's their Italian name, Pinot Grigio. Anywhere else in the world, Pinot Gris is its French name. Some of you may have noticed I've changed my glass. It's a little tinier today. So with this glass, this is a tasting glass. It's got a smaller mouth or rim, a lot more narrow, so it doesn't get as much oxygen as fast. However, it's a longer bowl, so I'm able to get a lot more of those notes to fill the glass and easier to smell and taste. So right away from the look of it, it's giving me very, very pale yellow, like straw almost. It's very common for their Italian style. In Pinot Gris, you might find it a little bit more golden, but this real nice, light and pale. The first smell, I get very strong citrus and pear and a little bit of green apple. The more it starts to fill the glass, I get a lot more of that minerality wet rock. So what minerality is, I like to explain it as wet rock, essentially. So if you're ever in the rain, catch a summer, and it hits the concrete, and you just get that fresh smell, and it's hard to describe other than wet stone, wet concrete, and you ever smell it in your glass, that's what minerality is. So let's take a sip. So for this wine, on the sweetness level, she is dry, no residual sugar. And remember, residual sugar is just once the yeast is finished making that alcohol, is there any sugar left? With this wine, there was none. I do taste the fruit. She is pretty fruit forward. So from first sip, I get a real nice acidity. This is a crisp style wine, bright acidity hitting right at the back of our palate. Remember, start salivating. That's how you know she's a crisp style. Rather than the dry, I'm getting those pear notes again. But it's a very bright wine. I'm getting nice, easy sipping, very refreshing. I did chill this. I served between 45 and 49 degrees. You want it to be pretty cool. On the cooler side, since this is such a light, dry style wine, you want to preserve that nice acid. So you don't want it to be too warm, because then it's going to start feeling a little heavier than she actually is. I again taste that honeydew and that melon, as well as that minerality. Word of the day, minerality. This is a lot more of a lighter style. It doesn't have so much body. Still crisp and nice and tart and bright like that Riesling, but it just doesn't have as much of that residual sugar that makes it feel a little heavier, as well as those tropical notes. It's a lot more tame. You get pear, nice and cool and chill. Perfect springtime wine, guys. If I were to pair this wine with anything, I would say something light and pleasant, like a seared trout. Both sides get a nice crisp skin, but nothing where the flavors are too overpowering. This is, again, a light style wine, very crisp. You may even have some citrus on the side with your fish. Do a little cream of risotto, cut through that with this acid as well. But she is a winner. I hope you guys enjoyed today's wine. Wanted to bring the spring to you because it's April. It's springtime, guys. Have you seen outside? I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Essence Check. If you're a fan of this video, make sure to like, share it with a friend, and repost it. Cheers! See how pale she is? Like, she's pale. Like, she's giving. She's giving pale. She's giving real light and dainty. She feels dainty. Like spring, don't she?